Now, the star of the show, Jeff the Magician, who is wildly well known in mid-Michigan and beyond. You go all over the state performing magic, don't you?
All over Michigan, yes, and even outside of Michigan.
What is the technical name for a magician?
Oh, there's several. There's the illusionist. There's prestidigitator. That's the tough one to say.
Yes.
But magician is the most well-known here in America. Thanks to the Harry Potter series and the popularity of that, wizard across the seas is very popular in London and those countries. But here in Michigan and America, magician is the catch-all term.
Have you ever once revealed one of your tricks?
A couple different ways, yes.
I thought that was against the magician code.
It depends on how you do it. I do teach magic workshops.
Oh, I see.
And I've made instructional videos and DVDs, which means I'm teaching kids how to do magic as I was taught. But there's always the code of once you know the secret, the only way you can share it is with other magicians.
I got you.
So if I'm teaching children how to do magic, of course, they all have to be magicians before they can learn the tricks, so that way they don't go running to the first person they see and say, let me show you how it's done, like my 9-year-old does. So.
Yeah, well, they're not good at secrets.
Exactly. It's very difficult to keep the secret.
Tell me, what magicians do you admire, or did you admire growing up? Because they're all different sorts of varieties.
There certainly are. I grew up in the time of David Copperfield, Doug Henning, more in the 70s. Those were the big ones. Those are the ones that transformed magic from the stage to the international scene of television and even movies. So those were the big ones growing up. Couple other, the real magicians, the ones they really emulate and honor, are people that other people have not heard of, unless they've been to Vegas. For example, Lance Burton. Now, people who have heard of him, he's a huge magician in Vegas that I really admire just because of his ethics and his showmanship and the way that he performs. I really like that as far as people have heard.
Did you mention David Blaine?
I did not mention for a reason.
You don't like him, do you?
Most real magicians do not like him just because I believe as an entertainer there's a line that should not be crossed. And when you go to a third world country where they actually worship cows and chickens, and you, even though you might be pretending, are tearing the head off a chicken in a country where they worship chickens and scaring people beyond belief, to me that's a line that has been crossed. You're no longer entertaining. And he has not stopped doing those kinds of things.
Really?
In fact, he realizes, in my opinion only, that his magic is not as good. That's why he's doing so many stunts at his shows, burying himself in a block of ice, or burying himself in ground, or standing on a pole 500 feet in the air. And that's not magic. That's amazing stunts and shows his ability to withstand those kind of elements.
But it's not magic.
But it's not any magic. So
So when we watch those videos of David Blaine on TV, and he's got a crowd around him on a sidewalk, and he appears to levitate.
Right.
Is that a camera trick, or what is that?
Let me ask you a question. 20 years ago, when you saw Superman fly across Metropolis, Christopher Reeve, did you say, oh my God, he's really flying? Or did you realize when you were in a movie theater, I bet you he's not really flying. I bet you those were camera tricks because you knew it was a movie.
So why do the people react?
Because it's the way it's all portrayed to you. When you see him on stage, you're not thinking movie.
Yeah.
But yes.
You suspend your disbelief, isn't that
absolutely.
what it's called?
Very, very good, yes.
I gotcha, okay. So, for instance, now at Lauren O'Dean's Halloween party, you were there and you performed to 20 kids, 5-year-olds, and you made her float, levitate at the end of the show as the big wrap-up. Right in front of them, right in front of the fireplace.
Were there any camera tricks? Was there any lighting? Was there any editing?
No, I saw you.
So
I helped you set up. It was just, it was fantastic.
Right.
It's a showstopper.
Has she come down yet?
No, they're all still talking about it.
She's still
very
floating,
excited. And that's the point. You go, you perform magic for audiences large and small.
Large and small. School assemblies, Cub Scout packs, wedding receptions, birthday parties of all kinds, children and adults. Because I believe there's really no such thing as children and adults when it comes to magic. I believe it's anywhere from age 4 to 104 is going to really be a lot. Because magic proves that anything is possible.